okay, honey, it's okay. But I also was like holding the front of the ride like this, and I was getting so tensed up. Because the kid behind me was like 7, right? And he kept going like, that's not the only drop. I know there's another drop. I'm sure there's another drop on this ride. And in my head, I was like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the... And then there was like a little like, boop, but there was no other big drop. But every 5 seconds, he was like, this is the big drop for sure. Anyway, how good did it smell? It did smell. There's something about it. I don't know if it's like the fire, like the simulated fire, or the smoke or whatever. You know what ride you should never ride if you go to Disneyland? Do not ride. There was a voice line after it where he said, "Ooh, that was not a good landing," but it didn't. Like, it looked pretty clean to me. They're doing a Doberman pivot. By the way, I need to, when I record Super Auto Pets this week, I gotta record one with a Doberman, because I have a great title for a video. It's Doberman. It's so Doberman. It would totally work. -2. Okay, never mind. I will not be doing that. How about one of these? How about one of these? And you know what? How about one of those for now? Why not? Why don't you come to the front, you go here, and then watch this. Now watch this drive. He got me. What's the deal with Rogers Arena parking? Bro, we have public transit. I had another good joke. I was going to take a picture of all the people in Disney California Adventure that were taking pictures of the streetcar, and I was going to say Americans when they see public transportation, but then I thought, you know what? I don't want to. It works better in my head. But there were so many people in like Cincinnati Bengals Super Bowl loser merch that were like, "Whoa, dude. A streetcar." Anyway, 1 second. You're not a faint trigger, so we're going to pass on you for a second. No disrespect to all. I'd love to see another penguin. This is not the Doberman run. Just snip it. I don't know. We'll see. Like, there's no rush. We'll see. I'm definitely not going to let Twitch chat make the decision for me, though. I hate the fact that people are saying only children are creepy. Dude, I'm an only child. I know you're probably like, exactly, but... Okay, one of these, freeze this. But I don't know if you felt the same way, Kate. I saw a lot of like... Well, you know what's funny is that I also, like... I really feel like 1 to 2 kids was the sweet spot for happy. Like, I get a little annoyed when people go to a place where things are like notoriously expensive and then go like, wow, it's expensive here. I'm like, yeah, you're at the hockey game. Like, what'd you expect? I got a little sticker shock when we went out to eat at downtown Disney for sure. We went to a brew pub the first night. I looked at the beer list and it was like a 16-ounce beer was... I think it was like $16 USD. And I went, holy cow. And then I went, yeah, I'll take one. We're at Disney. It's like $1 an ounce, man. It's madness. It's like 12 in Chicago. Well, listen, I'm used to, in Vancouver, I would say a 20-ounce pint in an expensive city would probably be, I would think at this point, $9 to $10 Canadian, which is like $8 American, I guess. Okay, yeah, Apollo, cereal. Are you asking how to type it, or are you asking what it is? Because you type it with cereal in all caps, not like Sarah Koenig, you know, like the podcast, but like the the thing you eat for breakfast. Unless you eat the podcast for breakfast. I mean, it was a phenomenon for a while. Sorry, just the C is capitalized. My mistake. But if you haven't seen the picture is the Rage comic eating cereal, and then he's spitting it out because he's like surprised. I don't know if you knew that. I just wanted to give you some support. I think we're going to 10. I'd be surprised if we didn't. By the way, nobody asked me about the Peloton today. Do you just assume? You just assume that I wouldn't ride because we got home like fairly late last night because John Wayne Airport can't handle a little snow? Like, don't insult me. Of course I did. I mean, it had been 4 days. Oh. So you can get a 10-piece. I really appreciate it. In-flight Wi-Fi? Oh, okay. Well, clearly you guys don't fly much Air Canada. We're still trying to work out that technology up here. Also, I'm being a hater for no reason. I don't put my phone into airplane mode anymore. It's one of those things where I'm like, I know the FAA mandates it, but like, fuck you. If it caused difficulties with flights, that shit would be falling out of the sky nonstop. People are like so bad at following instructions. There's no way you can't convince me that it has any effect. Because people... I mean, have you seen... I know we go through this all the time. I was losing my mind. By the way, like 75% of the people on the flight do it. It's madness. The only people you see sitting down at the gate instead of lining up 40 minutes before they're supposed to get on the plane are like business travelers. If you see I'm going off here, okay? Anybody here travel for work? Why the hell are you so tall? The people that are traveling in business class are actually taller than the average like NBA basketball player. Have you seen this? If you see a dude with like an Indiana Jones style satchel, I promise you, and there's a laptop in there, and he's talking on the phone all the time. He's drinking 7 beers at 8 a.m. In the only restaurant in that terminal in the airport, but he's still holding it together. You guarantee he's going to be like 6'8", 290, like wild animals, and you hate seeing them mistreated. Okay, and also the people that administer them. Oh, okay, well, you know what? I think it's just a classic, like, different strokes for different folks sort of thing. Look at that. Who would win in a fight? Joe Biden or Joe Exotic? Exotic? No. The real answer is the viewer. Oh, okay. I see you have two 50-50s. And the 34-26 level 2 Sabertooth. Okay, yeah, no problem. We actually came pretty close there. Yes, just because I think it would be funny to be right or wrong. You know what? Let's throw a royal flycatcher out here. I don't know. It could. I don't think that too many people are running summoning teams, but if they are, it'll be funny. They banned it on government devices. Guy who only watches problematic news channels. Wait, I thought they were all government devices. I thought the guy who only such as. Okay, no, nothing. All right, fair enough. You know what? You should generate some more hops. Not interested. I'm not interested. For some reason I'm interested. Little bros such as. Exactly. It was a quiet American town. Until it wasn't. This is bad. I'm working on my tight 5. Here's my impression of every documentary on Netflix. It was just a town where, like, you said hello to people. Everyone knew each other. It was the perfect place to raise a family. But the idyllic exterior hid a dark reality that once manifested, shook this town to its core. She just lit up the room. Anytime she walked into a room, you were like, there she is. There's Debbie. Hold on, I'm trying to work it again. I'm trying to work it. Here's my impression of the first 1 minute of the first 10 seconds of every Netflix documentary about the worst murder in American history. We met at a bar, and I was just coming. I'm sorry, I don't know where this is going. And we were so in love until one day. Like, she was friends with everyone. Hang on, where am I going with this? Get this man out of the kitchen. I'm sorry. Until one day. The bit or the run? Whoa, hey, what's wrong with the run? The run's looking pretty solid here, which I think is a pretty good indication of, like, my brand. I'm probably one of the most well-known strategy gamers on the planet. And then I watched the Streamer Awards, and I was like, I wonder if I'm going to win. And then when they were like, best strategy gamer goes to, you know, they have like the 4 panel of all the nominees. The other 3 nominees were wearing suits live at the event. My ass was watching in my office. So I'm like, I don't think I'm going to win this one, guys. I think I came to terms with that one 5 seconds before they opened the envelope. We could try Buffalo again. There's a chance. Buy one of these. Roll me. You go first. You go second. And honestly, for now, why don't you just take some of that? But that's the thing, right? Like, this is why there's no such thing as one-size-fits-all policy. You have to... No, you should not drunk drive. But if we really wanted to be honest, you should take 2 driving tests. You should take a sober driving test and the drunk driving test. And if you do better on the drunk driving test, it should be illegal for you to drive sober. Does this make sense? Are we cooking? Not cook. The bro is on to nothing. Do not let him cook. Get this man out of the kitchen. You have hidden talent. Let's keep it hidden. This is so rude. There's no need for all this rudeness. What am I doing with this run? Chili peppered like crazy. So why don't you stay at the back so you're in anti-chili pepper zone? But then they got a chili pepper in position too. It didn't matter. There we go. We outthought you. No offense, MJS. We outthought you on that one. No disrespect. Never mind. I think you got us. All right. That's where I'm at every day, the anti-chili pepper zone. Because you don't like the red hot chili peppers, is what you're saying. I would agree with that. One of Chat's music tastes that I definitely agree with. Red Hot Chili Peppers, bad band. I'm +2ing that. Now, here's the you might say, NL, that's hypocritical, because you said that, you know, a band with high highs, even if they have a long, mediocre tail, the high highs should... Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say I don't like any Red Hot Chili Peppers songs. Like, I have a soul. I like a bass line. Huge? Not huge? Huge? Huge. It's huge. We're still alive. Like, I can get down with a dong 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 dong, but this, you know? But not much else. Death Touch is gonna eat us the fuck alive, man. But whatever. They have like 15 albums? Yeah, I know, and like 13 and a half of them are, in my opinion, not very good. I've also only heard like 2 of them, but I've heard the or Michaela. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because I did sign something. As with most contracts, I didn't read it. It's something called a non-disclosure agreement. I'm here to tell you it's a world exclusive. You ready? The Elden Ring DLC will be about Pamela, Sandra, Hannah, and Rita. And as I continue, you know it's getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really thank you, my lord. For me, something is just like a sport. I don't remember this, but the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. Ha! Is there a... This is a genuine question. I don't know if we've ever touched on this before. Is there genuinely a good song that has instructions for how to dance in the middle of it? The Elmo slide does not count. Because I don't think, no disrespect, I don't think Mambo Number 5 is a good song. One of the reasons I think it's not a good song is because in the middle of it, they say jump up and down, hands on the ground, move your hands to the sound, move your hands on the ground. You take a one step left, don't tell me how to enjoy myself. I can figure it out for myself. Or even better, maybe I won't. I'll accept the time warp. I had a roommate in college who was like a total dickhead. And I remember, maybe nostalgia is a funny thing. He would wake me up, like I didn't have class some days until like 10 a.m. He was an engineer. Engineers know you're built different. Like you guys could, dude, people don't understand the life of an engineer is so hard compared to the life of like any other student in university. My impression of you, I gotta start class at 10. My impression of an engineer, holy fuck, I gotta start class at 9. Oh, this is so hard. Nobody on earth knows how hard this is. Oh. Anyway, so sometimes, and we were kids back then, I'm not blaming him. I mean, literally, we were like 17. Some days when he woke up early for his classes, he would just put She Is Beautiful by Andrew WK on his fucking, like, in a Faraday cage so nobody accidentally spoils, like, game 63 of the regular season. No shot, man. It's just not, that's, like, you do you, but that's not, I'm not living my life like that. By the way, thanks to the VOD viewers. I love you. Wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be the way I would spend my time. But thank you so much for the support. Level 2 shrimp is heavy buy sell. This squad's got a shot, man. How are you on a Doberman pivot already? Is that even legal? Oh, we're gonna lose this round. That's for damn sure. But yeah, but listen, I accept myself as background noise. Don't get me wrong. Background noise is important. Weirdly enough, something wrong with the human brain, I think. You're like, oh, I have so much work to do, but I can't do work. I can't even get started on my work until I find the perfect the video to watch to completely ignore. Spend 20 minutes being like, no, I don't want to see this. Okay, Tarkov, no thanks. Maybe I'll go to Netflix. Oh, nothing good on Netflix. Okay, fine. Maybe there's something on Disney. I could just put The Simpsons on Disney Plus or something like that. Then my ass is... You remember anything that happened in the last 50 minutes? Nope, not at all. But I couldn't have done it without you, though, for some reason. But it made it even funnier. Then he was like, is anyone here from out of town? And nobody put up their hand. And then eventually he was like, how about you guys? And they're like, we're from Sacramento. And he said, have you ever been to the Sacramento Railway Museum? And they went, no. And he said, what's wrong with you? And then he said, I don't know if I should have said that to the guests. And I was dying, man. I was like, this guy's like, he's great. Because everywhere else at Disneyland is like, you're a star, you're a stud, you're a rich man, you're daddy's little princess, here's a turkey leg, here's a churro, Mickey Mouse wants to take your photo, and he's got he pantomimes, oh. And then that place was like, Jungle Cruise was like, shut up and fucking sit down, eat shit, we hate you. And so my wife's having her remote Japanese lesson right now, probably like, what the hell's going on? When I wake up in the afternoon and the sunlight hits my rat, then something that smells scary, dude, wakes me from my nap. Then I sniff at you and the world's alright with me. Just one sniff of you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. sorry. I'm gonna play some sport a little better. It's crazy to me. I thought I was like the only one who respected us. Hey, here's a good TikTok for you, Chiblee. I know you're big on TikTok. Here it is, okay? My favorite Jordan Peele movies are Get Out and Nope. And then is it a song by Pink that goes, what about us? My reaction when someone tells me that their favorite Jordan Peele movies are Get Out and Nope. What about us? That dude, well, look at the plus twos. It's going crazy. People are loving it, dude. Hang on, okay, Spotify, what about us? No offense, but like, who would actually listen to this song? Like, you have to be in a really like bad place in your life, I think, to look. Spotify, can you please play What About Us by Pink? I've had a hell of a day. Man, fuck you if you're sad or something. I don't know. I didn't really think about it. Hang on, I'm using Windows Snipper tool. Me on Spotify. Hey Spotify, can you play the song that goes dee doo dee doo doo dee doo dee doo dee doo doo dee doo dee doo dee 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 dee. Popcorn? Say popcorn. Keep it going. Okay, 1 second. My reaction when people say their favorite Jordan Peele movies are Get Out and Nope. Hang on. This is behind the scenes. You know, it's really like a 10. It gets worse. I don't know. Listen, when we were coming back from the airport, we was waiting for my suitcase on the conveyor belt. Apparently, the rugby sevens are in Vancouver this weekend. I was like, why are there so many hot 6'7" guys wearing shorts waiting for suitcases here? Team Australia, Team USA, Team France, Team blah. Like there were so many athletes there. Kate said, "Do you know the name of a rugby player so we could get an autograph?" And I said, just being honest with you, I could not name a single one. It's not meant to be offensive. My rugby knowledge is one, I guess, because I know that when you score a touchdown, I think it's very cool that you have to kick the field goal from where you scored the touchdown instead of it being recentered. Sorry, it's called a try. Maybe I'm at 0.75 then. Okay, 10 players with 700 plus career stolen bases. Jimmy Rollins, Ricky Henderson. 9 players with 600 plus home runs. We got to say Babe Ruth. 8 pitchers with 355 plus wins. Let's go Cy Young. 7 managers with 2150 plus wins. Give me Tony La Russa. I can't believe it. 6 franchises with 7 plus World Series. Give me the Yankees. 5 franchises that have won every World Series they've appeared in. The Miami Marlins. 4 pitchers with 4,000 plus career strikeouts. Give me Clemens. 3 players with 400 plus home runs for the Red Sox. Give me David Ortiz. 2 Yankees to hit 61 plus home runs in a season. Give me Roger Maris. 1 current franchise with 0 World Series appearances. I can do this. Angels? Oh, really? I was, the Mariners. Yes. Oh, the Angels have been in a World Series. 2002. They won in 2002, 2003. Oh, wow. Oh, they are on the quiz, aren't they? There they are. It's Leona Lewis. I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I know who that is. That's Dave Grohl. It's Chris Brown. That's John Legend's wife, who is Chrissy Teigen. Oh, this picture did a lot of damage to me. I can't look at this picture. It's James Corden, obviously. Where's the? They probably had her do like gin and juice or something, and you're like, wow! I knew she could sing. I didn't know she could rap one song. She's so well-rounded. I don't know. She might have just sang her. She's very talented. I'm not knocking Adele. Sorry, James. I am not. Raised face in history. You never see this guy in the original image. You only see this one. I don't know who this is, by the way. Now I give up. That's John Barrymore. Okay. So like a street magician or something. Average score was 23. This is David Ben-Gurion. Okay. Oh, God. Why? Why? Niels Bohr, dude. This is the only one I didn't guess it on. Charlie. What? That is not Charlie Chaplin. They've made a mistake. That's Albert Einstein. I don't know who the fuck that guy is. No idea. It is not Pablo Picasso, though. Max Planck. Oh, of course. Mary Curie again? I guess this is from like when photos were first invented, so there's only a couple people that take photos. Who's that with Big Bird? That's Hillary Clinton with Big Bird. It's Jimmy Fallon. I've seen this episode. They go on safari. As Sarah Jessica Parker. Why? All the other photos are on Sesame Street. Why is this one deep in a nuclear bunker, like a Camp David or something like that? What's wrong with this one? Well, apart from the obvious, it's Tina Fey. It does look like Big Bird is visiting him in prison. It's Dave Grohl. I don't know. You're old. It's as simple as that. Are you Natalie Wood? It's Justin Trudeau. He's investing in Canadian innovation. This is Jim Parsons, okay? This reminds me of when I said I was going pro. Someone said, please, the only way that you'll be going pro is if you're between quid and quo. This is the last message I saw before I went to the bathroom, and I was chuckling to myself the whole time. Stephen Colbert. That is Ocasio-Cortez. Hold the Cortez, apparently. That's Larry King. That's Buzz Aldrin. No comment. Don't want to get punched in the face. That's Seth Meyers. That's Chance the Rapper. It's Bernie Sanders. To be a fly on the wall. It's Paul Rudd. In a mysterious third hand. Ed Asner. I know your ass. I know your ass, dude. Who's this guy? Bob Newhart. So true. He's zaza'd out of his mind right now, dude. That's obviously John Oliver. Does it look like Bill Nye is just saying, just shut the fuck up? Bill Nye looks like he's saying, if you say literally one more time, I'm going to walk out of the damn show. This is Jane Lynch. It's crazy that they made 2 Kane and Lynch games when Jane and Lynch was right there. The Lance Tent, huh? Okay, that's Bob Newhart. 68%? What the? Okay, who's that with Bob Hope? This guy lived for 117 years. This should be impossible. That is Frank Sinatra. That's Oprah. That's Sammy Davis Jr. That's Nancy Reagan. Chad, don't even say what you're thinking about saying. I know this guy. I don't know him right now, but I know him. That's Whoopi Goldberg. It's Bob Hope Jr. It's worth a try. Gregory Peck. I know this guy. I don't know him. I know him, though. Jimmy Stewart. So right. That's Betty White. This photo was taken in 1973. It's Judy Garland. I'd have Bananas Foster or something like that. Anyway, I'll pass. That's Barbara Streisand. Can't fool me. This song is called Sweet 16. So every song from like the 1950s, every love song is like, I love my girl so much, just picked her up from 9th grade, graduation. It's so bad. This is Johnny Carson, sorry. Johnny Carson. This is Elizabeth Taylor. This is Sofia Vergara. This is Betty Davis. It's Katharine Hepburn. I don't know, man. I'm passing. You know Bing Crosby? I know he sings White Christmas. That's about it. Who's that with Britney Spears? Now we're talking. It's Rihanna. It's Brad Pitt. It's Paris Hilton. She's not wearing her favorite shirt, though. It's Kanye West. Sorry, I can't. She's taking a lot of photos, you got to admit. She's been photographed with a lot of controversial figures, huh? Anyway, this is the unproblematic king of pop, Michael Jackson. Okay, yeah. James Corden would kill it on YouTube, dude. It's Katy Perry. They both look happy to be there. It's speaking. John Lennon. Could not tell you. All right, well, that didn't go well. That's Groucho Marx. Ingrid Bergman. Marlene Dietrich. George Bernard Shaw. Mary Pickford. Luigi Einaudi. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you. Paulette Goddard, never heard of you. Gloria Swanson, I've eaten some of your meals in the past. Douglas Fairbanks, Alaska named a city after him. The other Bergman. Claire Bloom, it's a made-up movie character name. This is Zhu Enlai. Buster Keaton, okay. Princess Margaret, Countess of Snowdon, of course. Never heard of you in my life, to be honest with you. You're too old. I'm sorry. Now listen, people are not going to be a fan of this, but the dude is literally 100 years old. We're gonna take a little journey through the 20th century with one of history's greatest monsters, okay? This is Richard Nixon. Listen, buddy. Aren't you supposed to be a diplomat? Look at his it's shameless, man. It's Dolly Parton. This is Nelson Mandela. It's Mao. It's Gorbachev. There's Madeleine Albright. You thought I didn't know that shit. I literally could not be expected to type it in. Shimon Peres. Pope Paul the Sixth. Six Pauls. What is this? The Beatles? John Major? Probably could have gotten that. He's like, I know like, well, I used to know 4 British prime ministers in history. Now I know like 17 because I watched the news over the past 3 months. But he's the biggest reach for me that I could typically get is John Major. Anwar Sadat and Zhu Enlai. Okay. What are we at? It's 1:15. We got plenty of time. I like the old ones are funny, man. Like, who's that with John F. Kennedy? That's Linda. But you're like, I gotta wait till she finishes her sentence, but I'm not. Like, he's like, oh, really? Yeah. Whoa, you guys didn't even have like a fridge. Please, Mr. Roosevelt, we need your signature right here. And I told him, don't call it that. Call it the New Deal. People don't want to hear about the Economic Defibrillation Act of 1929. They want something snappy. So I said, why don't you call it the New Deal? Everyone likes new things. Yes, Ms. Roosevelt. If you could just sign right here. Anyway. We're not going to do Who's That with Kim Kardashian. And said, rise up and get you forth from among my people, both ye and the children of Israel. This would be Pharaoh. I don't know. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. She took him for an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch and put the child therein. Aaron? Blank called to him at the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here am I. This is God. I'm crazy. I got that. That's a Jennifer Lopez, I presume? No, I don't mind taking a photo. I can't keep this up, honestly, but Serena Williams? Cher? You think Cher ever ate a snack in school and then they were like, and then the teacher was like, did you bring enough to share? And she was like, yes. And then the teacher was like, no, did you bring enough to share? And then she was like, yeah, I brought enough for me. And then the teacher was like, listen, what I'm trying to say is, did you bring enough? This is Jennifer Lawrence. This is Rihanna. It's Kim Kardashian. I mean, sorry, it's Britney Spears. It's Katy Perry. She's on some Gatsby shit. It's Jimmy Fallon. It's Pamela Anderson. Stephen Colbert. Sally Field. Is he getting the Fields Medal? That's not a joke. That's Conan O'Brien. It's George R.R. Martin. You know what this looks like? It's like in Labyrinth. It's like they're the guards at the door, and he's like, you know, one of us writes a lot. One of us doesn't write at all. You know what I mean? I just typed the same thing. Let's just put Martin in there. That's Michael Clark Duncan. One of my favorite Michael Clark Duncan quotes from the Slam and Salmon. What'd you do, fuck a Xerox machine? Classic. Oh, sorry, you hold the Clark. It's just Duncan. Mariska Hargitay. No, you're not Mariska Hargitay. I know your ass. You're not. I think a Harry Styles stylist has problems introducing himself to people. That's Emma Stone. What do you do for work? I'm Harry Styles stylist. It's Tom Hiddleston, of course. Steven Tyler. Anna Wintour. I mean, come on. It's Kanye West. Do you ever think, like, when Cher was eating a snack in school, the teacher was like, hey, did you bring enough to share? Who's that with Tiger Woods? First thing I said in my brain, that's Tiger Woods. I was like, I got this one on lock. That's Nelson Mandela. It's George Bush Sr. It's Oprah Winfrey. It's Michael Jordan. Again, my brain went, Tiger Woods, man. That's Tiger Woods. It's Jay Leno. It's Prince. Listen, I have nothing for or against Tiger Woods. Here's one thing I'm going to say. I think I admire the fact that he just can't look cool. No matter what he wears, he just looks like someone told him to wear it. Someone was like, oh, this will look good. And he said, okay. Because I can relate to that. That's how I feel all the time. No matter what I wear, I'm like, this doesn't look like me. I mean, he looks most cool in the golf clothes, which maybe makes sense. It's Kobe Bryant. Like, he looks pretty cool there. Mark Wahlberg, on the other hand, does not look cool. Mark Wahlberg